Hey YouTube, this is PokéCastXVll here, and so I was going to do something a little different from this, but I managed to pick up the resources when I was kind of away, and I thought this would make an interesting video. So as you can see by the title, the aim of the video is to identify and discuss what a fake Pokemon card looks like. So I'll quickly show you what I've got. So I was away about a week to 2 weeks ago now, and I picked up these. They were kind of like in a marketplace. I was traveling, I was visiting Greece, and I was on an island called the Isle of Kos. And yeah, I was looking for something different, but I came across these and they caught my eye, and I was kind of looking through them. And yeah, they're just, as you can see by the packaging, it promotes the emerging power set. Try and get that in the camera so you can see. But as you can tell, I mean, I could tell straight away that these cards were fake. So yeah, and there's a back if you guys want to check that out. So yeah, I'll just show you the cards that I got with it. So, okay, Excadrill, Gothitelle, Tornadus, Thundurus, Sigilyph, Damaritan, Liepard, Sork, another Sigilyph, Klinklang, Beartic, an upside down Gothorita, Simisear, Vullaby, Roggenrola, Gothorita, Swoobat, Throw, Ferrothorn, Swordsbuck, Purloin, Pokemon Catcher, Gothitelle, Whirlipede, Crocodile, Cavalion, and a Whismurcott. So, as you can see, some of the cards were like upside down and back to front. That's not the way I organized them, that's just the way they came. But yeah, so I was going to go, so I guess the first place, as you can tell guys, this is completely unscripted, but I've got a couple of highlights and bullet points that that I thought were worth addressing. So the first one I was going to start off with is location. So the location of which you tend to find fake cards in. So from my own previous, my own experiences, I found that the most common place you find fake Pokemon cards are at marketplaces or something like that. I mean, here in the UK we have Game and we have Toys R Us. So any like retail store like that will sell official merchandise. And I know in the US you guys have Walmart, so I'm sure those places sell official merchandise. But in relation to the in terms of where I found fake cards, marketplaces usually tend to be where you find them. These I found, it was kind of like a street / market shop. I'm not like a store. Not really too sure what you'd call it, but these were just sitting out at the front, and I was actually looking at something else, and then I saw these, and they had quite a few of them actually. They had loads of different like decks like these, like in the box, and I was just kind of getting them out and looking through them, and yeah, they had booster packs as well. So I picked up these because I thought they were the most interesting in terms of the cards. So yeah, that's where you tend to find most of them, like most fake cards from my own personal experiences. I know I've also found other card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering at places like marketplaces where you can get fake cards. So the second thing I wanted to go into, just discuss, is one thing that really identifies for me a fake card is the texture of a card. So I won't use the Excadrill because it's a holo, but this is a Gothitelle, and the back, I'm not sure how it kind of looks on the camera, but up close when you actually feel it, it just looks like something that is printed out from a printer and kind of stuck down. You can just tell the texture of the card doesn't feel all that great. It doesn't feel authentic. So let's take, for example, just get a random card. Okay, so this Steel Energy, you can just tell that this feels a lot more laminated. It feels a lot more thicker, and I don't know if you can kind of see the color contrast. That's another key factor in terms of identifying if it's fake or not. So that's really one of the things that I guess when I first picked it up, you can just tell like how flimsy this is and stuff like that. That it's just not, it's, you know, the material they used obviously was not very expensive at all. So yeah, that's really one thing that identifies that it was fake. So the second thing is second thing I wanted to go into is the kind of like, this is supposed to be the holo card you get out. So let's take, for example, let's get a random holo card. Let's take it out of the sleeve. Okay, so this is just a very generic holo card that you can get. This is a Klinklang from the black and white set. And as you can see, the holo lettering on the Klinklang is just in straight black font. Most holo cards are in black font. I can't really think of any that aren't off the top of my head. But this Excadrill, you can tell, well, I don't know if you can see it. I'll kind of go in the camera a bit. But yeah, it's kind of got gold lettering. And even where in the evolution section where it says evolves from Drilbur, you can kind of see that it's, well, I think you can kind of see that it's gold lettering as well. So that is another key factor that identified this card was fake. Although, in my opinion, I really like that touch. I think it's a really unique touch that maybe the organization could perhaps, I don't know, implicate. Because although it's fake, it does look really nice. I really like the gold lettering, and I really like the where they've used the gold lettering on the hit points. So yeah, that's just a nice touch that we don't have in the with the actual holo cards. But that's one that they don't use. So you can just tell by that there's something up with that, and you know, you might, I guess, identify it as being a fake card. So I'll show you one, guys, one last time in the camera. So yeah, the other point, the text. Okay, so the text of the cards. Generally speaking, I know in the past when I've once my brother purchased some cards which he thought were genuine. That was for a different trading card game. That was for Yu-Gi-Oh! And he thought they were genuine, but then when he got them back, he opened up the pack to find out that a lot of the text was missing. So like the word wizard would have like a D and a Z just cut off it, and the paragraph just wouldn't make sense. So those are usually common traits you can kind of find in fake cards, that usually they don't add up to what the official cards look like, if you are aware of that. So one common trait that I found with these cards that don't add up is, if you can see, so take this Cobalion for example, look how much HP it has. So it's actually got 11,000 HP. Right, so imagine if you were playing a game with a Pokemon card that had 11,000 HP. So this Gothitelle has 13,000. So if you were to run these with a deck full of max potions and Dowser Machine, you could be playing this game for a very, very long time. Bearing in mind that some of the most powerful attacks in the game do tops about 200 damage. So yeah, so as you can see, that is another common trait that people tend to look out for, well, that I tend to look out for when I'm trying to identify fake cards, is the text. So as you can see, the numbering is a bit weird. But actually, the text on the card themselves, so like the abilities and the attacks, they're actually exactly the same as the actual copies. So it's kind of hard sometimes to maybe, if you are unaware what the text is like, it's kind of hard to identify it. But yeah, that's just one trait that I've kind of come to terms with over the years. So. And yeah, so let's go through this again. Oh, there goes Pac-Man. Okay, so these full art cards. I'll just get a genuine copy here. Okay, so let's look at these full art cards for a sec and just see which one I guess looks more authentic. So. As you can see, this is a genuine copy, if you didn't know, and this is the fake one. So with these full art cards, the borders are really weird. They're in like a yellow kind of shading, which is, I guess, like, you know, with all the other cards they use, like, so let's go back to the Klinklang for example. Yeah, they always use yellow boardings, but for these full arts, they've used yellow boardings again, which with the actual full art cards, they don't tend to use that. They tend to use something that blends in a lot nicer. And full art, a full art Thunderous or Tornadus will always be holographic. So, and as you can see, this one isn't. So based on that, those are a couple of, oh, there goes my phone. There are a couple of factors to which I've highlighted that I think helps you identify a fake card. The other thing is if you have actually purchased any products from Pokemon, you would just know that if you've seen the theme decks, they don't look anything like this. And let's just take, for example, this. This is just one example. You can see that this is just something that's official, and this is something that is fake. You can just see the colors are just a lot brighter and a lot richer with these with the official stuff, whereas this is just like, I don't know, just kind of worn out. And what I was actually really surprised about is that they're actually allowed to. Well, I'm not sure if they're allowed to, but it's got all the official Pokemon logos, and it's got the Play Online section there. It's got the Pokemon International Company. And the go-to Pokemon.com and Pokemon USA. So that was really interesting that they're allowed to do that. So maybe this is kind of a bit under the table, if you like, so that they're unaware, because there could be a lot of copyright issues involving using all that. I'm not really too sure how that works, but yeah, you can just see that. I mean, looking at those two logos, this one is just a lot. I guess just a lot more authentic than the other one. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for you guys. That was just a quick demonstration as to simple traits that you can find to identify fake Pokemon cards. So like I said, I found these when I was traveling in Greece, in the island of Kos, and I was just going through a marketplace to which I found all these cards. So just out of curiosity, if these cards are actually of interest to people, like they are interested in collecting fake stuff, then definitely let me know, because I would be looking to get rid of these, because I don't really think I've got much use for them once this video is done. So yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. If you have any more questions or anything you want to ask in relation to fake cards, feel free to stick a comment in the comment section below, and I will try and help you as much as I can. Bearing in mind, if they are fake cards, that you will tend to find that they could be entirely different one from the other. But those are just a couple of traits that I've kind of noticed over the years when seeing fake cards and whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.